Hey guys, welcome to the Wild and Wandered podcast. My name is Nick Robertson. I'm the founder and owner of Wild Eyed Creative Co. We're a website and branding design company that specializes in helping photographers build their websites and their brands so they can achieve wild, awesome results and build the lives that they want to build and have a major impact in the lives of the people that they serve. It's 2022, and as one of my New Year's resolutions, something I've been wanting to do for a very long time is get into the world of content creation. I was a photographer. I still shoot from time to time, and I also used to do a lot of video. And since starting the web design business, I never really got to do that anymore. And so it's going to be really, really fun for me to be able to brush off these old skills and start creating some content that is going to be fun for me to make, but it's also going to be really valuable for you as a photographer. So the content that we're going to be able to dive into is going to be largely centered around websites. Now, as a designer, I don't dabble in marketing too much, but we are going to cover that. But we're really going to talk about websites, what they are, what makes them effective, what makes them ineffective, and different things that are going to help you take your websites and your branding to the next level to help you get your business to the spot that you want to get it so you can make the money that you need to make to have the impact that you want to make. So we're going to be covering websites, a little bit of marketing, going to be talking about branding and just kind of the whole world of photography and how to be successful in this industry. As many of you know, there's a lot of photographers. It's such a low barrier to entry to start a photography business. I mean, you can literally walk into Walmart for $700 to $800 and walk out with your photography business. So there's a lot of photographers, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the market is as saturated as we think it is, because we like to compete usually on price, sometimes on image quality, but really the differentiators are so much bigger and weigh so much more than just price and image quality. And we're going to dive into a lot of that. So the first thing that I want to talk about in this particular podcast is going to be really like, what is a website, which might seem like a really, really simple question. A website is a website. It's something that's online for your clients to go to, your potential clients to go to. But really, a website is a lot more than what a lot of people give it credit for. So like in today's age, in 2022, a website is a necessity. Like it's something that you need to have to really have a successful business. I've heard a lot of people say that like, man, I have like this really big Instagram following. I do really well on social media. So like, I don't really need a website. Like I've been able to build, a 6-figure business off of social media alone. And that's fantastic. Like to do that, like props, that's huge. But the problem is that you don't own Instagram, you don't own Facebook, you don't own these social media agencies. And so when they crash or when they go down or when you say something that they don't like, your 6-figure business is in jeopardy because now you've lost contact potentially with, however many followers you have. And if you don't have another platform to send them to that you control, your business could slip away and disappear overnight. I know so many influencers and friends and photographers that like their Instagram just disappeared. It was gone. Sometimes they were able to get it back. Sometimes they weren't. Sometimes they said something that landed them in Instagram or Facebook jail and you're stuck, right? So you need to have a platform that you own and that you control and can't be censored by anybody else. That's one reason a website is so important. Another thing that a website is, it's a digital business card, right? That's a way for you to put your business out in front of people to clearly and easily communicate what it is that you do, how you do it, and why you're better than everybody else, and why somebody should pick you over all of these other photographers. And then the other thing is, when you get down to some of the nitty-gritty details, there's different types of websites, right? You have portfolio websites, you have single-page landing websites that are part of a funnel. And really, at the end of the day, a website, regardless of what type you want to have or use or what's going to work best for your business, it's just a collection of information that you're going to use to attract and convert your ideal client into an actual client. So when we talk about like what a website is, what it does, and why they're so important, it's really a collection of information that you own, that you control, that you can put out there to put in front of people and to pull people to attract them and to convert them from an ideal client into an actual client. And that's why, especially going into 2022 and all of these other things that we're going to talk about, why a website is so important, why you need one, why you shouldn't just rely on social media, and why you should seriously consider having a professional brand and do your website so you can get to that next level, so you can get to the clients that you want to get to, make the money that you want to make, and do that in a relatively short amount of time rather than trying to figure it out yourself. Anyway, guys, that's the end of this podcast. I hope this was helpful. Hopefully you knew some of this, but hopefully there was a few tidbits in there that maybe you didn't know, some inspiration in there for you as well. I'm super excited for all of the stuff that we're going to be doing in 2022, and I can't wait to see you on the next podcast. Thanks, guys.